Be honest, how many times have you opened your book and then closed it within 2 minutes? How many times you have said, I will study later, I have 2 months, I have 1 month, I have 15 days left, and that never came. You sit down to study, but your mind says, not nobody, it's too tiring. Let's just check up the phone first. Let's see who has messaged me. Let's see if anybody has updated. Scroll more. And before you realize, 1 hour gone. Your guilt starts, your confidence drops. Listen, you don't have a motivation problem. You have a control problem. And today I'm going to show you how to force yourself to study without failing or without waiting for motivation. Stay till the end. Because one simple trick can make you start studying even on your worst days. First understand this that why you can't force yourself to study. Your brain is not your enemy. It's just trying to protect you. And you will ask from what? Effort. Your brain wants easy dopamine, less work, instant comfort. That's why you always stay in your comfort zone. Your phone is equal to easy dopamine, but study is equal to hard task. That's impossible. And when you say, I will force myself to study, your brain starts fighting back. For example, David Goggins. He didn't wait for motivation, he trained his mind to act, even when it hurts. And here's the truth, you don't need motivation, you need a system that removes choice. So now the question is, how do you remove your choice? Let's build that step by step. So, thus, here is the first part, morning. And the biggest mistake is thinking, overthinking. You will think, should I study now? The moment you ask that, you lose. Wake up, sit at your desk, open your book, no thinking, just act. And here is the 2 minute rule. Set a timer for 2 minutes, that's it, just sit and read it. Starting is the hardest part. Once you start, momentum builds. Keep your book open on the desk. Remove everything else. No phone, no distractions. You and your mind and your study. And here is the ritual, same place, same time, same action. Your brain starts associating that time with study. Stephen King, he writes at the same time every day, no matter what. You don't need to feel ready, you just need to begin. Now you have started, but staying consistent during the day, that's the real challenge. And here's the afternoon. This is where most people fail. You sit to study and suddenly phone, messages, random thoughts, or whether you eat and you eat in bulk and your mind feels dizzy and you start realizing drowsiness and you start to sleep. And when you fall on the bed, you wake up 2 or 3 hours late. So follow Pomodoro. Study for 45 minutes. No distraction. Full focus. And take 15-minute break. Repeat it. Repeat it in cycles. Why? Because your brain can't focus forever. Break, reset your energy. And in research, it is found that your brain loses focus after 50 to 1 hour. 50 minutes to 1 hour. Put your phone in another room. No silent. Not pocket. Another room. Lock it. And then study in different room. Don't just read. Write, solve, teach yourself. Here are some study methods. First is Feynman technique. It says that you should learn by explaining things to other in simple words. That's how you build real understanding. For every topic, close the book and explain it in your own words. Now you're studying better. But if you push too hard, you will crush yourself. Because trying to study all day is a trap. You will feel productive, but next day you will quit. And here is the fun fact. You go to school, colleges, 6 to 8 hours, 6 hours of college and schools, and then you go for 3 hours tuition coaching. That's that's 9 hours in total. And as a study shows, studying for 11 hours is too much. You shouldn't study for more than 11 hours. So choose your time wisely. And then move your body, go for a walk, do light exercises in 15 minutes break because movement refreshes your brain. It builds neuron connection. It, you should enjoy too. You should watch something, listen to music, but set a limit because relaxing without guilt is another thing. And here comes the evening. In evening, you should do light revision. Don't start heavy topics. You will feel bored. Why? Because your brain is already tired. Give it something easy. Because you are not lazy, you are just exhausted. Now comes the most important part. What do you do at night? At night, plan your next day. Write top 3 priorities, what to study, when to study. Because when you wake up next day, you already know what to do. No confusion, just action. And sleep properly. Sleep to 7 to 9 hours deep sleep. Because when you don't sleep enough, you feel tired. Your focus is somewhere else. You are in lost in your own dream. Because not good sleep is equal to no focus, and better sleep is equal to better focus. Because geniuses like Albert Einstein to sleep for 10 hours. So you need rest. You need your brain to recover. Ready, but one last thing remains, your mindset. Here is the truth. You will not feel like studying most days, and that's normal. And most of people can't stay motivated all day because they are disciplined, they are consistent. There are some days you can't be consistent, but that's fine. One day is nothing, but don't repeat it again and again. Don't wait to feel like studying, start studying, and the feeling will come eventually. Because discipline equals freedom. And stop saying negative talk to yourself. Like, I can't study. Start saying I study even when I don't feel like it. Because your identity shapes your actions. You are not weak, buddy. You just haven't trained your mind yet. Follow this. In morning, start with 2 minute rule. No thinking. Just follow the ritual. On fixed time, fixed place. In afternoon, follow Pomodoro. No phone, only active study. At evening, do some sports, exercises, light activity, relax. And it's time for revision. At night, plan next day, sleep well. Because consistency beats intensity. You don't have to study 12 to 14 hours a day, and for a week you don't study for 6 hours, but study properly. Listen carefully. You can't control your feelings, but you can control your actions, and your action creates your future. Every time you sit and study, even when you don't feel like it, you're building something powerful. That's discipline. And one day you won't need to force yourself anymore. It will become routine. It will become who you are. If this video helped you, hit like, subscribe, share with a friend who keeps saying I will study later. And remember, don't wait to feel ready. Start any day and anyway. Because every action has equal and opposite reaction. Follow this rule. Action is equal to reaction.